Hey everybody, it's Drew at Large Badger Media. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I got a little mom and a little Dom today here just for some fun. I picked up some of these. It's pretty cheap off eBay, and then this relatively too. Relatively being the key word there. But how fun is this? So we jump into this little pre-release here. I don't have a lot to say with it. Multiverse is in your hands, so we'll see what we can pull out of here. There are some fun cards to pull out of here. There's Shieldreds and stuff, of course, and a few other cards. I actually like this set quite a bit. There's a little angel in there. And then, of course, Double Masters. This is OG Double Masters. What can you say about this set, right? So there we go. So there's the fun. Right there, that's the little bonus beef here, and then we'll open this up. Lucky 13, and we're gonna say lucky 18. So there's that. We'll get into this here. We'll see what that is here at the end. Got our little divider things. Some trash. Let's move that out of there. And we have, of course, draft packs. This is still in the time of draft packs. You have your 6 draft packs. How many times can we say draft packs? To open in order to, make your deck, right? This is for pre-release weekend, although obviously we're quite some time removed here from pre-release weekend of Mom or March of the Machine, right? So as normal, I'm not going to spend a ton of time bothering with commons and uncommons. These are draft packs, so we should have, our, whatever it is, 11, 12, whatever it is, 11 commons, 3 uncommons, and a rare, 2. And so, here is our 3rd rare. Well, here's a 4th rare, so, a 4th uncommon, so go into our rare, which is the Invasion of Segovia. So, nothing too crazy. Here's our next rare with Tessa Karlov in the multiverse slot there. And then we have a Blossoming Sands and a Troll card there. Alright, I think we'll go with it as such. Save a little space over there for some tokens when we start pulling some tokens here in just a minute. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope, I wonder if you had fun opening this set. Let me know what your thoughts are. I did not play this as a pre-release, as, most of the time I don't. Change the equation, the Gargantua, the Dune Shaper. Okay, and we have the Invasion of Ergamon for an uncommon there into a mythic. Alright, so Rain and Realmbreaker, okay. Not a super spicy mythic, but a mythic nonetheless. This is not a bad card to play. Have an uncommon multiverse person this time with Tetsuko Umezawa. And then our island and another troll card there. There isn't anything on it. Not even a token. Well, there's a token, so this time we'll get a Phyrexian from one of the incubation things. So this has the Phyrexian incubator tokens, which are always pretty cool. We have the Harried Artisan into another uncommon there with the Invasion of Dominaria. Okay, in our rare, Into the Fire. Isn't that a song? Dance into the Fire? Just saying. So then we have Furgia, the Judge of Valor, a reprint from the multiverse, and Vanquish the Weak. It's our common foil in another land. I'm actually going to stick that over there. And there's our incubation token. I'm going to move you over here as well. Stuck that in the wrong place, but that's okay. That is not a basic land. That is a landedy land. Some more incubation token there. Again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. Nothing to be said about this. We have Order of the Mirror here. Common slot and an uncommon Invasion of Xerxes. Or Xerxes. Okay, another mythic. Alright. Okay, Monastery Mentor. That's not a bad mythic at all. A lot of fun if you play Prowess decks. There's been some Prowess stuff of recent. We got another rare in multiverse slot with Harabi. The Death's Whale. Does anybody have a deck based around Harabi here? I thought that was cool, and it becomes a spell or ability, so if you do like a black-blue, Tim the Enchanter deck, right, it seems like that could be a lot of shenanigans, although I could be off about that. I may be the only one that has a black-blue Prodigal Sorcerer deck to just do shenanigans. But there's lots of different things that can target, lots of different things that can target other than those, but I just think they're fun. There's the Phyrexian Censor. Really disgusting card. Like, this card is a good card right here. If you read what that does on there, man. Like, matter of fact, the guys I play with prefer that nobody plays that. Like, they think it's just that dirty. Alright, another Mythic. Wow. We seem to have lots of Mythics with the Invasion of Ravnica this time. So, a Mythic Siege. It's our third Mythic. Not bad at all. Yargle. They're at 9/3. Good fling, fling bait. If you do such things. And here we go. The last of our little packs of moms. Well, so we can get one more Mythic out of here. 3 Mythics out of 5 packs is not too bad, right? If you're playing pre-release, you would probably be alright with that, getting 3 Mythics. There is the Sunblessed Guardian. One more uncommon here with the Invasion of Argamon Siege, and another Mythic. Wow. Thalia and the Gitrog Monster. Again, another decent Mythic. And an uncommon, Furja, Judge of Valor again, Rugged Highlands, and a Knigget token. So there's that. So let's jump into our Double Masters. So I've been, not sitting on these too super long. I did get these for a decent price. There's a lot of beef to be had in this set. I certainly can't afford a box of this stuff. The box price of these things are around $600-700. So pretty crazy stuff. I'm going to slow roll this one just a little bit more and just appreciate, some original OG. That's cool. Double Masters here. Hope for, so if we can get a little something, there's a Flicker Wisp and a Galvanic Blast. Alright, so our first one is going to be a rare, and we're going to have a Magus of the Abyss. And our second rare is going to be a Baleful Strix. It's not a bad hit. It's been reprinted quite a bit. I don't know that it has much value left. And then here in there's Marit Lage. Or Marit Lage, I guess. And then here in our double foil slot, Cranial Plating. And that right there. Alright, let's see what we got next here. So first one, kind of mid. Just showing its age just a little bit there. Like I said, at one point, those are definitely good cards. There's the Spell Bomb, the Fiery Merchant, the Crusader of Odric, and as opposed to Ludric Odric, or whatever his name is. There's a Mishra Factory. There's a Basalt Monolith. One time a really good uncommon. Thirst for Knowledge. Okay, and we're going to get another rare here with Rage Reflection. Creatures you control have double strike, so that's not too bad. And our second rare is going to be Mazric, the Crawl Death Priest. Insect Shaman. Okay, so nothing too crazy there. We have a common Magnifying Glass and another common Defiant Salvager. And our Servo token. So here we go. Last chance for romance. We got one more chance here to pull a little beef. Let's see if we can get a little beef out of here. Give me a little bit of beef. Tell you just a quick story. The best one I've ever opened with these. I did pull a Mox Amber and a Mana Vault out of here. Probably my best. I'll definitely take that. That was a hell of a pack. Of course, I wasn't recording. I was just opening it for fun. I was out of town. Springleaf Drum at one point has had a little bit of value. Gelatinous Genesis. Okay, the Gore Clan Rampager, and here we go for our first rare or mythic. It's a Twilight Mire, so one of the filter lands. And our second is going to be the Lux Cannon. Okay, so nothing crazy there. We got a common with the Orcish Vandal. And last chance here in a common Tumble Magnet. And a clue token. So there you go. Nothing super exciting today. That Mom box was actually pretty amazing. We do have an Herbarask, and that's kind of cool. This isn't the most valuable Herbarask here, but that's a cool thing to get for our promo card. And I do have a little something for y'all today. Here is a token for Modern Horizons 3. Feel free to use that. Hopefully it's still good. I don't know if any of you have had this issue, but I find that a lot of these codes are already used up. So I guess somebody has a random number generator or something that they're using, and they're putting it into, there and just guessing all these codes. That's probably why Magic changed that all up. I don't know if they just got a lot of complaints about it or whatever, but, technology is technology, so somebody's able to use those and get all the free packs, right? All right. Well, thanks for coming along. Give me a like and a subscribe. If you if you want to leave me an F in the chat, feel free to leave me an F. If you have something else to say, let me know what you really think and give me a little comment. Talk to you next time.